Hello children, how are you? I hope you must be good, taking care of yourself. And I know it is a festive time. You must be enjoying yourself. But at the same time, children, do give little bit of your time in your studies. Because very shortly your half-yearly exams are going to start. Right? We don't know whether it is going to be offline or online. So be serious, enjoy yourself, at the same time study also, right children? Now today we will be revising chapter number 8, that is expressing future tense. We have revised present tense, we have revised past tense. Now today we are going to do future tense. This is the sixth part of the revision of your English language, right children? Now what is future tense? As I told you in the previous class, future tense is the action which expresses, which is not been, the action which is not taken place, it is not completed, it is going to take place or it will take place later, right? So future tense tells us time about the action which is not completed. It is going to take place after some time or later. Now future tense can be expressed in a number of ways. It can be expressed in many ways. Now we'll look into how future tense sentences are formed, what are the rules, and which words are to be used for the future to construct a future tense sentences. Now children, as we know that future tense shows that the action is going to take place in future. It is not being completed, it is going to take in future. Now there are n numbers. There are numbers of ways to express future tense in the sentence form. First, we will see how to use will and shall. How we are going to use will and shall for the future tense. As I told you that all the tenses has certain rules, like how to follow, where to put the tenses in the sentences. We have discussed in present tense, we have discussed in past tense, and now we are going to discuss in future tense. Now for rules for making sentences in future tense by using will and shall. We are going to learn how to use will and shall. Now in a sentence there are three formats. In a sentence, there are three formats when we are constructing any sentence, right? So first, we'll see the kind of sentence we are using. So there are three kinds of sentence. Sentence that is positive, then is question statement, and then is negative statement. Statement or sentence is just the same. For the positive sentence, it means that the sentence is positive. It has factual, it has truth, it is habitual, right? The sentence which are showing habitual, facts, truth, right? They are positive sentence. It is written in a simple form. Now, question sentence is what? Where a sentence in which it is asking something, right? So when we are using these future, past or present tense, there we cannot use with what. We have to use the verb, like future. If we are using writing a sentence for question sentence for future tense, so you will be using the future tense words, right? For past tense, like you will be using the words which are used for past verbs, which are used for past tense verb, right? And the present tense we will use for forming the question. We will not use with what, how, where, but there are words which are used in the present tense words which are used in the present tense form of word to form a sentence. Now for the negative sentence. Now from the negative sentence, it means a sentence which has no to it, not to it. We don't use no, but we are going to use not. But where to place the not between the tenses, that to form a correct sentence, so that the reader comes to know that this is a present tense sentence or a future tense sentence or a past tense sentence. Right. So first we'll focus in the kind of sentence. Now children, we know that sentence has two parts. Right. Two parts. Now whatever sentence you see, it has two parts. One is subject and other is predicate. A sentence has two parts, subject and predicate. But here subjects are over here. It means that they are generally noun or pronoun, which we have already learnt in our previous classes. And predicate is generally verb, adjective or adverb. Right. So in the sentence, like when we are forming a future tense sentence, we will focus to the subject. The subject, which is noun or pronoun. Now let's see, we have revised in our previous classes what is noun. A noun is a name of a person, place, animal or thing. A sentence which is starting with the name of a person or a name of a place or name of a thing or name of a animal. So next is pronoun. When a sentence usually starts with pronoun, just to avoid the repetition of the noun, right? If you don't like using one name of a noun in every sentence, it becomes monotonous, it becomes boring. So we use pronoun instead of it, right? So like it is I, me, he, you, she, it, according to the gender, right? Then we will focus that the subject is whether singular or plural. Now again, we have studied in our previous class that what is a singular. Singular means when we are talking about one thing or one person or one animal, one particular animal, right? Then it is singular. And plural means we are talking about more than two, then it is plural. Like say singular we say one, plural we say many. In our junior classes we had learned. But when we when we came to a bigger classes, we gave a proper word, that is singular noun and plural noun. So singular, we will see that the subject is in a sentence is a singular, or the subject in a sentence is a plural. Then accordingly we put or construct the sentence, right? Now children, before looking into the rules, I would like to tell you when we should use the word will. When we are going to use in a sentence the word will. So when a sentence is making a prediction. Now what does prediction word means? Prediction means to forecast something, to tell beforehand something, to prophesy something, right? To, like over here, you can say that it will rain today at midnight. So the weather report says, has forecasted, that gave a prediction that it is going to rain at 4 o'clock midnight, right? So prediction means forecast, ya foretell. When we are using this sentence, making the sentence related with prediction, then we are going to use will. Then the second point tells us when a sentence is showing some intention. Now intention means what? Intention means aim. aim of a person or plan of a person. Like over here, I will I will take up a new hobby. Yeah, I will now that is a plan. Now you are planning to take up a new hobby to spend your time. Yeah, I will go to the coaching to make myself perfect in studies. Now you are planning, aiming to go to to make your studies perfect, good. You are planning to join the coaching. So over here, in any sentence where you are showing your intention, then we are going to use will. Now to make an offer or promise. Now offer means what? To give something, to put forward something, right? And promise is what? When you are taking an oath, vow, 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 or pledge to not to repeat it or to be a good child. So we'll see the sentence in both the this thing meaning. If I am offering something, will you take this pen? So I am offering this pen to you. Will you take this pen? So for offer, when you are offering something, so you can use will. Suppose someone comes to your house. Suppose I come to your house. So you will ask, ma'am, will you like to have a cup of coffee or a cold drink? Right? So you are offering me something to drink. So a cup of hot coffee or a cold drink. Then we say, will you? So when you are offering, so we will use the word will. And when you are making a promise, suppose you told lies to your mother and your mother caught you and she was making you understand. After you understood that telling lies is a bad habit, it makes you a bad child, right? So what you tell mama? You tell mama that I will not repeat it again. Yeah, I will not tell lies, right? So you are making a promise that you are not going to tell lies in future, right? So when you are making an offer or when you are promising someone, then we use the word will. Then to instruct someone. Instruct means to give order, to do in this way. Like in this video, like in the video, always the teachers always instruct you, saying you will complete your work. You will complete your work. Yeah, you are giving an instruction. Will you close the door? Now the door is open. You are giving order, that asking the person to close the door. So when you are giving instruction, you are using the word will. Then fifth we say type expressing for future times is what? Request. Request is what? To ask someone, to please someone formally, to plead someone. So if you want your work, like your work was not completed, some of the child said, ma'am, will you please send the PDF of so and so lesson? You are requesting, ma'am, will you please send me the work of so and so subject? So when you are requesting someone, then we use the word will. Then to invite someone, then when we are making a sentence which is for telling us, which is to invite someone, asking someone. It can be asking favor, it can be asking to go to some place. So suppose you are going for a picnic, you call up your friend saying, Dhruv, we are going for a picnic to so and so place. Will you like to join us? So you are inviting Dhruv to join you all in the picnic. So when you are inviting someone, then we use the word will. Then seventh is that to a sentence which is showing that instant decision is being taken. Instant decision in a very short span of time. You plan it out. You decide it out. Right? You decide what to do. You give your views. You give your judgment. So instant decision means in a very short time you give your views, your judgment, right? So like over here, suppose you all have come and you are working with your homework, then all of a sudden you are feeling hungry. So but you all are deciding, yeah, we have to complete the work, but at the same time we are feeling hungry. So one boy Karthik, he stands up. Come on, we will order pizza from Domino's. So quick decision. So for the quick decision in a when we are showing in a sentence, then we are going to use will. Now to express opinion. Now opinion means opinion means like you are giving your thoughts, your views, your judgments. So if you say that if you all are talking whether to share the secret with Ananya or not. So then we can say then you can say, no, we will not tell Ananya because she has a thin stomach. Thin stomach means like she cannot keep the secret within herself. She gets pain and she shares it with someone or the other, to others, and in this way the secret will be out. So when you are sharing your opinion, then we use will. So these are the 8 points you should remember when the sentence which will have will. Next, children, we are going to see when to use shall in the future to express future times. Generally, in the future time sentence, shall is used only with I and we in the second form of the same verb, right? Only for I and we use shall, whereas like he, she, it, they, them, like we will be using will, right? Second is when a sentence shows a decision. As I told you, decision or determination, hairband decision, when you are aiming for something or there is a goal for something, or you have a plan for something, right, to do, then we use shall. Like if I say that decision, like I shall not get up until I finish my project. Now I is the second person, so I have used shall, and for the future sentence, shall, I and we are only the word for the from the second person we are going to use. And to show your decision over here, your decision that you have made a goal, that you are not going to get up. I shall not go to play until I finish my work. Like determination, like you are hair-bent, you have made a goal that I will not take part, I shall not take part in any in any competition in the school till I succeed, till I get good marks, right? You have made a determination. Now, third point which is to remember is to make a promise. When you are making a promise in the future to show the future tense in a sentence, Promise means like you are taking an oath. You are taking a pledge to not to do it. Like over here, you can say that I shall never let you down, right? Let you down. I shall never speak lies. I shall never repeat doing stealing things. So these are this thing where these are like a sentence showing the future tense, and hence we are going to use shall. Now when you offer help means to give this thing, assist someone. Suppose somebody is carrying a lot of, like we are carrying a lot, like generally you children, what you do when you see the teacher carrying lots of copies in her this thing, carrying in her hand, so you come up and say, what, shall I help you, shall I carry your books? So you ask, so you are offering help to your teacher, so then we use shall. Then fifth point, that is when a sentence which is expressing future times to show is when a sentence is shown for giving suggestion. A sentence which is telling about suggestion. So how you are going to suppose you can say that shall we go by foot, like when you this thing, so you are giving a suggestion. Shall we finish our this work after dinner, when mama is teaching you and it is 9 o'clock? So what you do, you give a suggestion to your mother that mother, that after having a dinner we can repeat this thing, sit for the studies again. So shall I complete this work after dinner? So you are giving a suggestion. So children, we have come to know, we have learned and have explained to you also how to use and when to use will, and where to use when to use shall. Now we'll see the rules. Now coming to the rules. Now we'll apply the rules for making sentences in future tenses by using will and shall. So children, as I have generally said that this thing I have just now said, shall we use for I and we mostly, the second person. So over here for the positive sentence, if there is a positive sentence, if the sentence is positive, first the subject comes, that is either it is noun or pronoun, right? They can be the name or he, she, it, they, right? Then followed by will or shall, will or shall. Then followed by the verb, which is to complete the sentence. Like over here, he will sing today. Now he is what? Is a subject. He is a subject, but what? It is a singular or plural. It is a singular. And therefore I have used will over here, sing today. Right. Then again another subject, you see, it is not necessary that will be added with the plural form only. They over here is what? It is a number form, it is a pronoun, and it is a subject also. So, but it is telling about the plural, right? It is they is a plural noun. So it is not necessary that they will go with the singular only. It can go with the plural form also. They will dance. Now over here, third question is we shall sing. Why I have used shall over here? Because shall is generally used for I and we, right? Whichever this thing form of subject it is, first person, second person and third person, but I and shall always will go with this thing I and we will always go with shall. So here we is here, so I have used shall sing. Then we'll see when the sentence is in the question statement. So the verbs, the verbs which we'll use is that will and shall, right? So, and then followed by the subject, whether it is noun or pronoun, then the verb. Verb will not change. Right. So over here, since like over here, I have connected with this sentence, positive sentence, he will sing today. Now I have converted this sentence into question sentence. Will he sing today? Over here next, they will dance. Will they dance? Question mark. Now over here, we shall sing. Now shall we sing? Or shall I sing? Right. In this way, we form question sentence using will and shall. Next, we will see the negative statement. Now, when the statement is negative, now how it is formed? First, the subject, whether it is noun or pronoun, will come, then followed by will or shall. Right. Followed by will or shall, then not, word will be used, and then the verb. Like over here, like I shall sing. I had written. So if I am going to convert it to negative sentence, so I shall not sing. Because I remember for shall, I have said these are the two words, like form of the thing, person it comes. We will always use shall. And he will not sing. Why he? Because he is the first person. Right, children? In this way, like we have come to know how to use the rules. Keep this in mind. Go through it. Write it in your copy. Write it in your rough copy again and again. So until and unless the rules of the tenses are in your fingertips. Next, children, we are going to learn how to use going to. Because in future tense, will, shall and going to are the three words which is very important to form a future times sentence. Now, how to use going to express the future time in the sentence. There are three things which we have to keep it in our mind. First, the sentence which is talking about firm plans or intention. Firm plans matlab the aim which you have, your determination which you have made or you have decided to do. Think you are forming, then we are going to use going to. Like I have decided to teach you future tense. So what will I say? I am going to teach you. So it's a firm talk. It's a firm decision. Like I am going to teach you. I am doing over here at the moment. So I am going to teach you. So let's see the example. Hurry up. Let's get in. The film is going to start. Now this sentence shows the firm intention. The firm intention. Right. Now next is when you are forming a sentence which shows a prediction. For prediction word, I have already made you told you the meaning. Prediction means to tell beforehand. To tell beforehand. Beforehand. Next is another word for prediction is forecast. Like the weather is being forecast beforehand, right? Tells us about the weather. Third is prophecy. 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 Right? The astrologer, they tell us about ourselves. Right? So to make a prediction. So over here, the example I have said, because IPL is going at the moment. It is crazy and hot talks. So generally when India plays, so any two teams plays, so you predict that this team is going to win. Suppose India or XYZ team is playing. So we generally say that India is going to win the match today. Right? Second thing is that when a sentence is showing is expressing is telling is formed to make a promise. Now promise, what do you understand by promise? Promise means oath. Oath ceremony you take now when your seniors take now when they hold a batch. So oath. Next is vow. And third is pledge. We all take pledge now when we are taking the oath when there is a oath ceremony for the batches. So these are the words for the promises. So when a sentence is showing or talking about oath, vow or pledge, or if showing any promises, then we use going to. Like over here, generally we say na ki I will never I am never going to let our parents down. Like you make a promise within yourself that you will never do such thing like telling lies or stealing or bringing bad names to your parents, right? So you make a promise within yourself saying that I am never going to let our parents down, right children? So this is the way how we use will, shall and going to for the future tense. I hope you have understood. Now children, let's take a quick recap of what we have learned. Like I have given a question, complete these sentences using will and going to with the help of verbs in the bracket. Now in the bracket, not tell, rain, then help, meet. These are the verbs over here in the sentence. Now we have to use them by inserting will or going to. So over here the first sentence is I promise I will not tell anyone this secret. Next is the weather report reports that it is dash rain today. It is going to rain today. It is going to rain today. Don't worry about money. I dash will certainly. Help is the word. I will. Going to help you certainly no. I will help you certainly. Karthik dash meets some of his friend. Karthik over here it is Karthik is dash going to meet some of his friend. Karthik is going to meet some of his friends. So I hope you must have understood children. I have explained it in detail. Now that's it for the day. Go through the chapter and go through this video carefully because all the rules I have explained it in detail point by point. Have a good day and keep yourself safe.